Hey guys, making a video today for you guys, just so I can add to the controversy and confusion that's all across the web. We're going to do a little bit of chain loop today, and this is for information. It's not to create controversy. It's not to argue any points. It's simply my experience, my knowledge, and my understanding. This is on chain lube, chain wax. I've been riding since about 2008. My second motorcycle was a Hayabusa, and when I got that bike, I took it to a shop to have the tires changed out, and when I left, I was livid because just a little slight turn and my whole rear end just slid out from under me, scared the crap out of me. And I stopped to look to see what it was. Obviously, you know, new tires are a little bit slick, but not to that extent. So I checked it out, and there's oil all over under my tail, all over my tire, just all over the place, and it all came off my chain. And I found out the shop has a little perk. They lubricate your chain for you with a ton of oil. Not cool. So I started looking into using oil on the chain. I had a Hayabusa that was a second gen 2008. Beautiful bike, I love that bike. And in the owner's manual for the chain, it specifically says to use motor oil. Motor oil. Not chain wax, not chain lube, not some aerosol spray stuff. Motor oil. But how do you do that? Well, I'm going to show you. I'm going to go through all the steps that I do in lubing and cleaning my chain. I always use motor oil. I will tell you that Hayabusa had 33,000 miles on it before I changed out the chain and sprockets. That chain lasted a long time. According to all of you internet people, 33,000 miles on a chain is pretty darn good. Things you'll need: a motor scooter, key to turn on your motor scooter, preferably a terry cloth rag, because this has the little tiny fingers all over it. Shopman trick, I love to use these rags in the shower. They're really nice. What do they call that? Exfoliate the skin. And just some squirt bottle that I poured a bunch of oil in. Preferably clean oil, but if you've got just some dirty oil, I'm sure that'll work fine too. Now, if you're familiar with oil, you know it's got a lot of cleaning agents in it to keep the internal parts of your engine, all those moving parts clean, free of rust, all that sort of things, to keep all of your any rubber parts well moisturized and lubricated. And it's going to do the exact same thing for the chain. It will clean it really well, lubricate it really well, and it is a little bit messy. I'm going to get into my process. I do recommend using a white shirt. Very adventurous of me. I know. Daring I am, right? So the first thing we'll do, start with warming up the chain, getting it warm. And this is what I like to call ticking off the neighbors. You got all those people working from home doing their Zoom meetings, and then you got this guy. So you can do yourself the favor of just going for a fun ride, coming back, and then working on this. Or you can have fun talking to your neighbors in the language of your people. So now we've got the chain warmed up. We've got it put in first gear. And what I'm going to do is start the bike, let the clutch out slowly, and get the rear tire spinning just in first gear with it on the rear stand. This is dangerous. You don't want to be sticking your fingers or rags or anything like that anywhere close to the chain and sprockets. All we're going to do is use the oil and squirt the chain while it's spinning. This will be in first gear. It'll be spinning fairly slow. You're not going to see anything flinging off of it. And we're just going to lubricate all around the chain. So this is step 2. Warm up, lubricate. got the chain warmed up. We've applied our lubricant. Now we use our rag. I'll put the tire in neutral. So that's first gear. Now we're in neutral and it can just spin freely. Now the easiest point to access is the bottom. And what I'll do is put the rag over my hand and wrap my hand around the chain. So it'll be just like this, around the chain. And I will just simply move back and forth, scrubbing the chain and spinning the rear tire, just like this. Now I know this action is a little familiar to some people out there, maybe some of you guys. Don't get any bad ideas here. This is a completely clean video. You see how dirty the rag gets? It's cleaning the chain, getting the oil off, getting any debris off, and then I just move to another part of the rag, and I'll do it again for a third time. Now I've gone through the process. I warmed the chain up, I lubricated the chain with the oil, and then I scrubbed it with the rag. Now there was a little bit of oil down here on the floor that dripped off of the nozzle of my spray bottle. Actually, there's a little drip there, right there. Just wipe that up with the rag, wipe that up, and for the most part, this is clean. This is done. Chain's lubed. It's really easy. It goes very fast. Now I will admit it is a little bit messy. You got this nice dirty rag. You do tend to get a little bit of fling up on the underside of your tail, and definitely noticeable oil and dirt accumulation at the front sprocket. But I think that the material coming off is a lot better than having a chain wax where sand and debris and just whatever dust just sticks to your chain. That chain wax, from my experience, was also a little difficult to clean. In fact, I found the oil cleaned it off really well. Thanks for watching, guys. If you could, give me a thumbs up if you liked the video, and comment below if you have a different experience or you prefer a different product that you've been using for a long time that's done all of the things that I have mentioned here for you. I'm sure that those of you out there are going to have your own opinions. So let's hear it. Put it in the comments below. Thanks, guys. I'll see you next time.